Hey everybody, Anthony here. It is Monday, October 14th, 2024, and it is 10:52 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hear any snoring, it's Charlotte sitting right next to me and she's sleeping. I posted a few links today on the Instagram page, and one of them was this bug out bag or get home bag checklist. And it's a typed out version of some of the items that are stored in a particular bag. I have the picture of the bag on the paper. It happens to be a Vanquest gear Falconer 30. I don't think they make it anymore. It's a 30-liter bag. So that's a good size for a average get home bag, bug out bag, emergency bag, whatever you want to call it. These bags are extremely important for you to have pre-packed and positioned in the event you have to leave your home, your dwelling, whatever, in an emergency. If you get a knock at the door or something happens like what happened in Western North Carolina, where people had seconds to get out of their house before it was washed away or blown away, etc., and ended up in the woods with nothing but the clothes on their back. If you get a knock at the door, you have to evacuate, whatever it is. Something happens, a fire, an emergency in the neighborhood. At least you have something with some type of life-saving gear in it that you could take with you on foot, in your vehicle, if you're able to get to your vehicle and get away or get to a point B, whatever that is. That this bag or this gear that's in this bag is life essential gear, and you tailor it to you. I put a couple of videos up today of a list of what's in the bag. Read through it. I gave some examples. It's hard to give an example for every single thing. Some stuff's self-explanatory, but I gave examples of like a fixed blade knife, a Cold Steel SRK. It's under $50. It's worth its weight in gold. It's strong, it's sturdy, and it's something that most people can afford. It's not like, a $300, hunting knife or camping knife. It's affordable. It gets the job done. It could be used in the field. It could be used for self-defense. Same thing for a self-defense pistol. I gave example, Glock 19, Glock 26. Those are two very common pistols, one a little smaller than the other, but either one, the Glock 26 can take the Glock 19 magazines, can take the larger magazines. A revolver, Ruger SP101, that's just an example. It's a great all-around revolver, taking 38 special and or 357 Magnum rounds. So gave a choice there. And so read through the list and you'll see the choices and the picks that I put. Are they the greatest things? If you have something better or an alternative to, say, the Mechanics gloves or the Leatherman Wave multi-tool, use the one you're comfortable with. The fact is, or the important thing is, that you have something in your bag to match that, because that's what's important. Cordage, a sleeping system, a tarp or a tent, some tent pegs. Substitute the items that you need for that bag, because we're approaching a day in this country, or days in this country, where things may break bad. And it's October 15th. 3 weeks till the election. 2.5, 3 weeks till the elections. And not everything's going to be, solved after November 5th. If you think it is, think again. The fun might just be starting November 5th. When I say fun, I'm I'm trying to amuse you. It's not going to be fun what's going to take place. Remember, past presidents, particularly, I was around for this, Barack Obama, weaponized all the federal agencies to the tune of, I think there's 200,000 employees that work at the various federal agencies. They're armed, where many were not armed before. Why is that? I don't know. You tell me. All I know is he armed them. I know that during his tenure, I think it might have been I did a video on it, maybe 2014, around that time. He purchased or gave approval to purchase through, I think, Homeland Security, billions of rounds of ammunition. And no one knows where all that ammunition went. Didn't go to the Army. It's for domestic use, Homeland Security, who has the capability with all those rounds to practice and to shoot and to have access more than the Army does, the United States Army. So where's all that ammo and whatever goes along with it? Ask yourself these questions. What was it for? Is it for a future date? And then look at what's happened in the past couple of years in this country. The turmoil, the upheaval, the rioting, the targeting of certain individuals or groups of individuals that believe a certain way. And then when you put those puzzle pieces together, you'll be able to kind of get a picture in your mind of, hey, you know what? Something may happen down the road where I may need to have X, Y, and Z on my person or an emergency bag to get from point A to point B, to get from my house to grandma's house or grandpa's house or a friend's house or another location, a summer home or something. Or just an emergency evacuation where I may find myself in the middle of the elements. Now what do I do? At least in my bag I have a tarp or something, a rain jacket, a cover, a hat, a signaling device, a rescue link, a beacon that I could put on so somebody could find me. A rescue link beacon is something that boaters use. It's pre-registered with emergency authorities. When that beacon is activated, it sends a signal to a satellite and gives the coordinates of your location. How important you think that would be if you were in the middle of the woods, lost and abandoned? At least you have a fighting chance that somebody's going to see that beacon and send somebody to get you or to help you. Or emits a signal, some kind of light that people could see from miles away. Hey, there's a light coming from that direction. Let's go see what it is. And now you're rescued versus maybe having to weather the elements another day or two or three and perhaps dying of exposure or losing your core body temperature because it's a cold time of the year. These things you have to think about prior, and that's what my channel does. It just gives you, it's giving you a fighting chance to be prepared and stay ready. That's what I say. Stay ready. Be ready at all times. You owe it to you and your family. Men, you're the leader of your household. You're the head of the household. You're responsible for safety, security, procurement, things like that, to make sure your wife, your children, your grandchildren, your in-law, whoever is living with you, you're in charge. You're in have a responsibility, a biblical one, to make sure you're ready, spiritually and physically. So I'll end that here. Build your bag, get ready, stay ready, keep your eyes open, stay close to home these last several weeks. Do not venture out too far. Try to avoid large public locations, especially rallies. I know everybody wants to go to rallies. I'm advising against it. And I have my reasons, and I can give them to you if you want. Certain people will be targeted. I've warned people now for a couple of years. You're going to be targeted. Take care. Stay ready. Anthony signing off.